Collections are used to organize and manage dynamic content. Think of them as mini databases you can plug into your site. They power things like dynamic pages and list-based widgets, such as accordions, photo galleries, sliders, and more, making it easy to scale content-rich websites without manually building or updating each section. In Duda, you can work with a few main types of collections. Internal collections are created and managed directly in the editor. They are great for small to medium datasets and are editable via a table-style interface inside the editor. Image collections are also created and managed directly within the editor and are perfect for showcasing groups of images in an organized, dynamic way. They're great for multi-image widgets like photo galleries or media sliders. Then we have Google Sheets and Airtable collections. Similar to internal collections, they use a table-style interface, but the content is managed externally. They're perfect for teams or clients who prefer to update content in a familiar spreadsheet format without needing to log into Duda. Lastly, we have external databases, the most flexible and scalable collection type. These allow you to pull content onto your site via the API, making them ideal for automating updates, managing large data sets, and integrating directly with your own backend systems. While they require some initial setup, they're a powerful solution for dynamic, high-volume sites. In this video, we'll be working with external databases using JSON format. The first example we'll look at uses a list-based widget, specifically the accordion we're using for the FAQ section. Accordions and other list-based widgets in Duda are perfect for connecting to collections because they're designed to repeat structured content. If you take a look at a single accordion item, you'll notice all the different data it can contain, and each one of these fields can pull data from your collection to dynamically populate the content. Here's the external database I'll be using to connect to the accordion widget we just saw. It's formatted in JSON and contains 3 objects, which means that if the connection is successful, we should see 3 items populate in our FAQ section. Notice that we have different keys here, and we can map each of these keys to specific fields in the accordion widget. Back in the editor, head over to the content library to create a new collection. We'll need the URL of the external database, and if your collection requires any authorization headers or IDs, you'll need to configure those here. Once you've connected the external collection, we should see a preview of the dataset and be prompted to set the page item URL, a required field that defines the unique path for each dynamic page. In this example, we're connecting the dataset to a widget, not a dynamic page. While the specific key you choose isn't critical, setting one is still required to complete the setup. Choose a key that best represents the object's name. Lastly, we'll need to set up the correct data type for each field type. And let's give our collection a name. Now that we've added a collection to the site, we can connect it to the accordion widget and map out all the fields. And there we have it. Our accordion widget has been populated with data from the collection. We've just seen how to connect a collection to a list-based widget. Now let's shift focus to connecting a collection to a page. This creates a dynamic page where each object in the collection generates a unique page with its specific content. Dynamic pages are perfect when you need multiple pages with the same structure but different content, such as team member profiles, real estate listings, or pages for various business locations. On the screen, we have the external database we'll be working with. Each object contains more data than the last data set we looked at. But there are only 3 objects here as well, so in the end, this collection should only generate 3 pages. I've already connected the collection to the site, updated the data types for each field, and mapped a field to be used as the page item URL. Additionally, I've named this collection Team Members. We'll want to create a new page on the site, but if you already have a designed page you'd like to turn into a dynamic one, you can easily do that. Just make sure to connect it to the correct collection. I'll be using one of these pre-built dynamic pages and connecting it to the Team Members collection I just configured. In the Page panel, once you've connected a page to a collection, you'll notice a small database icon appear, signaling that this is a dynamic page. Now that the collection is connected, we can connect the elements on the page to the different fields in our collection. Remember, anything you want to remain static and the same across all pages should not be connected to the collection, but everything you want to be dynamic must be linked to data. Also, keep in mind that if an item or object is missing a specific field, it may appear as a blank space on the site. To avoid this, ensure that all objects in your dataset are fully populated with the necessary information. Once again, here's the collection connected to the site. I've ensured that each key in the collection has a corresponding widget on the page, all matching the correct data type. Let's go ahead and connect these widgets to those fields we just saw. Once you're finished, refresh the editor to ensure all the data from the collection is pulled in correctly. From the Page dropdown at the top, feel free to click into any of the pages that were generated. Since I set up the name field in the database as the page item URL, you'll see those names being used as the page titles from the dropdown. And there we have it. With collections, you can easily manage dynamic content and create scalable, automated websites.